Hello, I'm going to make a little video of this 62 Studebaker lock station wagon resto rod. I just got it back from taking a virtual drive in it outside. It started raining and I didn't want to stand out in the rain, so I brought it to my shop room here to tell you a few things about it and the things that have been done. I've got this on, it's on eBay right now on an auction. And anyway, this was painted about 5 or 6 years ago. It's all really good and solid. There's no rust or anything going through. Being it's been painted 6 years, it's been a chance to stabilize really good, and there's no bubbles or anything down here. The floor pans underneath, there was some work done on the floors, but they welded in pans really good and solid and fixed that up just fine. It was cut and polished, and now after this many years, especially the black here, man, would just take a cut and polish on that. Could just make this thing shine like a diamond. I painted the tail light bezels and backup lights and the bumper with a Chevy color, and then clear coated them because this stripe down here was about that color, and very little chrome on the car, no front bumper. It's just bobbed off like this. And so I just didn't want to do the chrome. They're very expensive to chrome, and plus I just watched a $150,000 Mercury go through Macomb auctions yesterday and had the same color painted bumpers on it as what I just did on this. Headlight bezels I was able to find brand new. I think they're all old original stock bezels. It has VP Plus touring tires on it, and the back tires are one size bigger than the ones on the front, which is kind of the way we used to do all our old hot rods back in the day. This is not like a Pebble Beach car by any means, but it's a really nice and fun to use for like show and shines and stuff like that. You don't have to worry as particular about some rods where you spent $20,000 for the paint job and all that. So this has its place. All of the door seals are all new on it, and the stitching on the panels, door panels, and the seats are all. I hope you can see this. It's a little bit dim in my shop here. I hope this is showing up. But the headliner and all the carpets are new. Has car cover. Looks like I didn't get the back latch back there on that. On this didn't latch. There it goes. Okay. The pinstriping here, and you see it going along in here, was done by Jeff Debbie, and he's a local. He has Jeff's Graphics here, and he's really a pretty famous guy. He even goes to Europe and paints pinstripes, or he doesn't paint, he goes and teaches classes over there of how to do hand pinstriping and do graphics. All the glass is good, not broke, but there are little spots from, this is the original windshield probably, and then if you look on the side glass, you'll see little things, so I guess that just comes with something that's getting pretty old. I really like the way that the firewall in here is rounded off, because you can pull this hood off here in about 10 minutes. And this thing with the hood off really looks good, like for in the summer nights, cruising around town and stuff. That's the way we used to do it, back in the 50s and 60s. to show off the engine and everything. But this is a brand new 350 Mr. Goodwrench motor. And I'd put 2 engines in this, and both of them had weak points. One was, it was letting water through it, and the other one didn't have oil pressure, and I just got tired of doing that. So I went ahead and ordered a brand new warranted engine. It's warranted, according to the warranty instructions, it's covered when it goes into a Chevy car. But the speed shop that I bought it from said that they'd never had any trouble warranting their engines, and they know they're going in hot rods, different makes. So what I want to say is that it has a warranty, but I can't guarantee it, because you know how warranty companies are. Sometimes if they want to get picky, they can kind of screw you out of a little bit of money. So anyway, I'm not saying anything bad about the companies. It's just, I'm just wanting to let you know that I just want to say it has a warranty, because you know, you may not. The way that all the gauges, the amp gauge doesn't seem to move. It's no big deal if your battery runs down, you know, your alternator's not working. But I put it has the fuel gauge works, and the fuel bank's been all cleaned out really good. I've kept perfectly clean non-ethanol gas in it with treatment all the time I've had it about 2 years, I guess, maybe 3. But the oil pressure gauge, the last time I got out and go for a test drive in this, the speedometer started squawking. So I just disconnected it, and if this sells on eBay, I'm gonna I'll have to just drop ship it, because I don't have time probably to get it here in time. But I'll drop ship a GPS speedometer, and it gives you you know, your miles traveled and the speed, and they're accurate and they're easy to put in. You don't have to worry about getting the gears timed with the transmission and speedometer head, especially when you're shipping between a 350 tranny, Chevy tranny, and the speedometer head. You have to mess with, you know, making sure the gears work right to get your road speed right. So I'm just going to put that in. I want to leave the original speedometer just because it looks good, and maybe somebody wants to fix it or work on the cable or something. I found this Studebaker Silverhawk steering wheel, which looks beautiful. The original ones were pretty plain, just in the lark. This is a retro radio. It's a MPV Bluetooth. It'll take a chip of some kind. You'd have to ask my grandkids probably how that stuff all works, but it flips down with a CD player there. And I put some speakers you probably can't see with this camera on here, but there's 2 on each side. But to tell you the truth, the speakers, they sound okay, but it's definitely not sound like people want nowadays. So a person would probably want to put an amp behind this radio, and probably put in bigger, better speakers someplace. But the interior was all painted with the outside, all the black trim around in here. Headliner's black. All the door panels are done. But I think they cut and polished up here on the dash. That's just way too shiny for anybody to be able to spray paint that good. The stitching on the door panels is nice. The stitching down here is a nice job. New door seals. Back here, one thing that I've been wanting to fix and just never got around to doing it, this door right here sticks out a little bit too far, and I think that these door seals, they come a little bit bigger than they should be, I think, in lots of cases, and so this one, either that's not compressed enough, or else needs to be taken loose on the big hinges up, or the big hinges where the big Phillips head screws are, and moved in a little bit tighter. Anyway, top is all really nice. Doesn't look like anybody's went up and walked on it, like happens to older cars sometimes. It's ridiculous, but it happens. And well, I'll just get in and start it so you can hear it run at least. I'm not going to take it back outside today, but titanium plug protectors, and R&M billet wire looms to keep the wires away from the headers. Edelbrock intake. It's a little Holly 4-barrel. That's the electric fan coming on right up here in front. Power disc brakes on the front. Anyway, that's just kind of an overview of the car. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is on eBay. Let me see, this is the day after Thanksgiving, so it'll be on there for about 10 days from now. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye.